And Ghana's senior national team, the Black Stars, has been hit with a big blow as Kamaldeen Suelmana is set to miss Ghana's crucial game against the Central African Republic in the final qualifiers for the 2023 AFCON tournament. And well, Coach Hughton is in the meantime in France scouting for players ahead of that crucial game against the Central African Republic, which will be played next month, September 7th in Kumasi. We also have updates on Felix Afena, who was on target for his club, that is US Cremonese, in the Coppa Italia match which was played over the weekend. Well, Felix Afena scored a goal to inspire his team to victory. We'll be looking at highlights of that goal as well as many other issues from the world of sports. But before we get into it, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So quickly, let's get right into it. And the Black Stars of Ghana are set to be without one of their key players, that is Kamaldeen Suelmana, as the player has picked up an injury. Well, Kamaldeen Suelmana was expected to be part of Southampton's campaign in the English Championship, but unfortunately it turns out that Kamaldeen Suelmana has picked up an injury and as a result has missed 2 games in the English Championship since the Saints, that is Southampton, were relegated from the English Premier League to the Championship. Kamaldeen Suelmana is said to have picked up a thigh injury. That is why he hasn't featured for Southampton yet in the English Championship. It is unknown when the player will fully get fit and return to action, but what we know is that Kamaldeen Suelmana is injured and might end up missing Ghana's crucial game against the Central African Republic. Now, how far would Kamaldeen's injury be an issue to the Black Stars? Well, Kamaldeen Suelmana has become an integral part of the Black Stars since making his debut in the year 2021. Since then, he has been a regular member of the Black Stars squad, and his absence will be hugely felt as he really operates on the flanks for the Black Stars, despite not being able to score a goal for the Black Stars in any game yet. Well, his pacey run has proven to be one of the abilities that has been really been of benefit to the Black Stars. So Kamaldeen's absence would be a great worry to Coach Hughton, and would have to get a suitable replacement for Kamaldeen Suelmana. In his absence, though, we have the likes of Jordan Ayew, who can play on the flanks. Osman Bukari is also there. Ransford Iboa Konexdofa is also there. So for the wingers, we have a lot. But Kamaldeen Suelmana, we hope he returns to action very soon. So that is about it about Kamaldeen Suelmana. Well, as the Black Stars prepares to face the Central African Republic next month on September 7th in a match that will be played at the Kumasi Babaya Sports Stadium, Coach Hughton, the head coach of Ghana's senior national team, the Black Stars, is currently in Europe and has been scouting a number of players to face the Central African Republic in the AFCON qualifiers. Now, Coach Hughton was spotted in France, where he was watching a League 2 game that featured Amiens versus Auxerre, and that match had about 3 Ghanaian players in that match. Unfortunately, Gideon Mensah, who was injured, did not feature in that match for Auxerre, but it was Elisha Owusu who featured for Auxerre, as well as Nicolas Opoku, who was also part of the squad for Amiens in that particular game. After the match, Coach Hughton met with Gideon Mensah and Nicolas Opoku, who were all part of Ghana's squad for last month. I think Gideon Mensah missed that. Yes, Gideon Mensah missed our game against Madagascar due to injury and has not fully recovered yet. But Coach Hughton visited him to see how far he's recovering from his injury setback, and the two were seen in a happy mood, and those are the pictures that you can see on the screens. Coach Hughton with Gideon Mensah, and later on Nicolas Opoku with Hughton. Nicolas Opoku and a late call-out to the Black Stars game against Madagascar, which was played last month, and the Black Stars of Ghana are preparing feverishly with their technical team to ensure that they qualify Ghana for the next AFCON, which will be hosted in Ivory Coast. Away from that match that featured Gideon Mensah and also Nicolas Opoku. Coach Chris Hughton went ahead to watch another game which had the likes of Clermont Foot players, that is Grejon Che and Alidu Seidu, in action for Clermont Foot as they face Monaco. Unfortunately, Salisu was not around when Coach Chris Hughton visited the team for the game between AS Monaco versus Clermont Foot. These days, Salisu Mohamed plays for AS Monaco after moving from Southampton, but I think that he's working on his fitness so that he can return to action for AS Monaco. So it wasn't part of their match day squad, but it was Alidu Seidu and Grejon Che who met with Chris Hughton after the game between Clermont Foot versus AS Monaco. Alidu Seidu has been an integral part of the Black Stars as well. He played for the Black Stars at the 2022 FIFA World Cup, but for Grejon Che, he hasn't earned his Black Stars call-up yet, and it appears that after meeting Coach Chris Hughton, Grejon Che could be on his way to earning his first call-up in the Black Stars. But who is Grejon Che, and which position does he play, and what does he have to offer to the Black Stars? Is it that we are just calling up any other player because of they playing in top leagues? No. Grejon Che has proven to be one of the best forwards we have there in the French league. And last season, he played 37 matches and scored 10 goals. 10 incredible goals that helped Clermont Foot. They were not relegated. This season, though, he has played one match, 84 minutes, and has not scored any goal yet. Grejon Che was born in France and has always had the desire to play for the Black Stars. In a recent interview, he revealed that he is willing to play for the Black Stars. But how old is Grejon Che? He is 28 years old. He was born on 12 August 1995, and he is currently 28 years old and plays as a center forward, and he could be the answer to Ghana's problems that we have in attack. So yes, Coach Chris Hughton met with these players during his stay in France. Well, away from that, let me tell you about Felix Afena, who has been out of the Black Stars for some time now. Well, the Ghanaian player was in action for US Cremonese in their game against Coronte in the round of 64 in the Coppa Italia. Well, Felix Afena was handed a starting role in the game and did not disappoint at all as he got a goal in the game. The opponent, that is Coronete, scored the first goal in the game. Then later on in the match, around the 30th minute, Felix Afena got the equalizer that inspired US Cremonese to go ahead and win the game by 3-1. So that was how it ended over there, with Felix Afena getting on the score sheet. Since joining Cremonese from AS Roma, well, Felix Afena has struggled to find his fine form, and hopefully after getting his first goal in his first match of the season, well, Felix Afena is bound to do wonders in the Italian Serie B. Well, that'll be it for this episode of Sports Update Ghana. It was a pleasure coming your way with the Sports Update. Thanks for doing the watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. See you in the next one.